When billionaire real estate tycoon Thomas Caldwell walked into his penthouse that morning, he expected silence. That was the deal: no noise, no questions, no eye contact. Just spotless floors and invisible staff. But that morning, something was missing. The small velvet box that always sat on his dresser was gone. Thomas froze. Inside that box was a necklace-thin gold chain, oval emerald centerpiece, surrounded by tiny diamonds. To anyone else, it looked elegant. To Thomas, it was priceless. It had belonged to his late wife, Eleanor. She'd worn it on the night they met. She wore it the day they married. And she wore it the night she died in a car crash 14 years ago. Thomas felt his chest tighten. He stormed through the penthouse until he saw the new maid standing by the window. Her name, according to the agency, was Rosa. Early 20s, quiet, poor, recently immigrated. He held up the empty box. "Where is it?" he demanded. Rosa turned slowly. Her eyes widened, not in fear but recognition. "That necklace," Thomas said sharply. "It was my late wife's. Where did you take it?" Rosa swallowed. Her hands trembled. "I didn't steal it," she said softly. "I recognized it." That answer only made him angrier. "Recognized it?" He snapped. "From where?" "That necklace has never left this apartment." Rosa hesitated. Then she reached into her pocket and pulled out something that made Thomas's breath stop. A photograph. It was old, faded, creased at the corners. In it was Eleanor Young, smiling, sitting on a park bench, and beside her was a little girl, maybe 6 years old, wearing the exact same necklace. Thomas's knees nearly gave out. "That's impossible," he whispered. "I took that picture." Rosa nodded, tears filling her eyes. "My mother kept it," she said. "She told me to protect it with my life." The room felt like it was spinning. "Your mother?" Thomas asked. Rosa finally met his eyes. "My mother's name was Eleanor Caldwell," she said. "But before that, she was Eleanor Martinez." Thomas's heart slammed against his ribs. "No," he said. "Eleanor never had children. Couldn't." Rosa shook her head gently. "She had me before she met you," she said. "She was 19, alone. Her family disowned her. She gave me to her sister because she couldn't provide for me. She thought I'd have a better life." Thomas sank into the chair. Eleanor had never told him. Rosa continued, her voice shaking. "She found me again years later. We met in secret. She told me she loved a man who gave her safety. She was afraid the truth would destroy everything." Thomas remembered Eleanor crying sometimes at night, turning away when he asked why. "I thought she was mourning the children we couldn't have," he whispered. "She was mourning me," Rosa said. Silence filled the penthouse. Finally, Thomas asked the question he was afraid to hear. "Why are you here?" Rosa took a breath. "My aunt died last year," she said. "I had no one left. I applied to a cleaning agency. I didn't know this was your home. When I saw the necklace this morning, I knew." She reached into her pocket again and pulled out the necklace. "I was going to put it back," she said. "But I needed you to know." Thomas stared at the emerald, then at her face. She had Eleanor's eyes. The same quiet strength. The same kindness. Tears slid down his face, something that hadn't happened since the funeral. "I spent 14 years believing I lost everything," he said. "And all this time, my wife left me a miracle." Rosa hesitated. "I don't want your money," she said quickly. "I don't want anything. I just wanted to know where my mother spent her last years." Thomas stood, walked toward her, and did something no one had seen him do before. He hugged her. "You don't have to clean another floor," he said. "Your family." Months later, Thomas announced the Caldwell Martinez Foundation, providing education and housing for single mothers. Eleanor's dream that never had a name. The necklace now sits in a glass case between two photos, one of Eleanor and one of the daughters she never stopped loving.